All right, so first and foremost, you have to file what's called a challenge to your Public Health Act. Filing that Public Health Act challenge will, in turn, cause the judge to subpoena all the government officials who are requiring all these mandates, who are requesting that mask up, jab up, all that stuff. In doing so, that subpoena will be issued via a judge on a challenge of the Public Health Act. Once you do that, once you challenge the Public Health Act, the judge has to do this in your favor. Once she does that, once she sends you that subpoena, all government officials that are subpoenaed will end up showing up. Then you have to provide the evidence that you want them to bring. That is the isolation of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which they do not have in their possession. Without the SARS-CoV-2 virus in their possession, therefore, they cannot determine whether or not they can put up a Public Health Act. They must have the science to back up what they are doing. Without that science, then that Public Health Act is fraud. And what they've been doing for the last year and a half, a little over a year and a half, is fraud. And basically, it's setting up for something else bigger. But to those of you in Australia, the time for you guys to start doing this is now. And I would highly recommend you guys start forwarding this and get it to your judges, get it to your lawyers, get it to whoever you can, and start doing this, because they're coming around with military and holding you to the ground. That's wrong. And I'm sorry. Remember, in the time and place in history, there was a place where these people held all these people in concentration camps and they did these experiments on them. I believe it was called World War II. Well, guess what? That's illegal. That's human rights violation. And what they're doing is absolutely 100% illegal to you guys in Australia. So I highly recommend you file a Public Health Act challenge, and you ask your judges to subpoena all the government officials and ask them to provide the isolation of SARS-CoV-2 virus in a human being that is not cultured in a lab, that has not been amplified by an amplification PCR test, which we all know the PCR test has been pulled, and cannot be genetically modified. And therefore, it must be isolated. Isolation meaning it has been taken away from all other genetic material.